As the New Zealand Rally Championship two-wheel drive entrants line up for the start of the International Rally of Whangarei, they're widely tipping an epic battle on the fast Northland roads. But it seems like everyone's also wondering if their tyres will last the distance.
I mean, everyone says up here is quite wide and flowing, but it's not to the same degree as Otago, obviously. So the competition will be a lot better up here. They'll be a lot faster. So we're expecting a big battle. Over the years, it's been just torrential rain, and we haven't had really a fine rally like this. So it will be interesting to see how that pans out. But yes, looking 2 days of fine weather, so this should be good.
Yeah, you've got the cambered corners up here, and the road surface is a bit different. Some of that volcanic sand. Then you get out to like Helena Bay, the last stage we're doing the loops tomorrow, first day, and it's very hard, rocky out there in places. But then some of that soft sandy stuff across the top. So it'll be dry and warmer conditions, and dry. As I say, dry and hard. So tyre wear is going to be a huge problem. We're taking 2 spares for this event, which we never normally do, so we've got the privilege of being able to change those as long as the time allows that. So, we won't hold back too much.
I got off remarkably late. We came out of Otago with very little problems with the car, just a spanner check. Different surface, very different surface, quite a bit of camber change on the roads. A lot more tactical than I expected. Everybody in Otago was telling me about these big wide open roads. They're not wide open, there are probably 2 or 3 stages that are very fast and wide open. The rest are pretty technical, so our pace notes are going to be very critical.
With the rear drive cars, like the tyres will be shot in probably sort of 30 kilometres, so we have to sort of carry 2 spares and change them out, and even that'll still be a bit of a struggle. Probably could tidy up and straighten the car if we went, and it wouldn't be as hard on the tyres, but I don't know if I know how to do that really. The advantage of having that rubber is really needs the tyre. There needs the rear tyre on it to do the time. When she gets down in the tyre, it's pretty taily, and it's you're killing so much speed really.
Yeah, it's a real problem. We chased horsepower for a long time. Now we've got horsepower. Now we try and keep some tyres on the back of it. So to the point we have to carry 3 spares. So it's got smaller tyres on the front and the rear. So we've got to carry 2 rears and a front. So it's a lot of extra weight in there. But yeah, we'll change them.
Other two-wheel drive competitors going over the start ramp include Anthony Jones in a Ford Escort Mark II, Tony Gosling in the Stadium Finance Ford Escort, and Brent Taylor in a Toyota FT86. Class leader in Category 2, Mike Sheehan, is here in his Ford Fiesta R2, while Robbie Stokes is in a borrowed Fiesta after his big crash in Otago. And it's Stokes who takes an early lead in the event, fastest over the 2 opening super special sprints. It's a pretty impressive effort considering he's nearly 4 seconds ahead of the drivers in the more powerful Escorts and Mazdas. The next morning is fine but foggy, as most of the leading two-wheel drive competitors start the first stage of the day. However, a crash sees the road blocked in the stage, forcing the organisers to cancel it and give all competitors identical assessed times. Regan Ross is one who does make it through stage 3 before the crash, but retires shortly after the finish control with mechanical problems. Stokes proves that his early pace is no fluke by going second quickest on stage 4, thus holding on to the two-wheel drive lead by 5 seconds. Brent Taylor in his Toyota wins the stage, but just by 0.2 of a second. He's quickest again on stage 5, and now he takes over the lead, although it's a slender margin. Behind him there are 4 drivers within 20 seconds. Leading that chase is Jones in his Escort, just 3.6 seconds behind. Third is Marcus van Klink in his Mazda RX-8, a further 0.7 of a second back. Bruce Herbert in his Mitsubishi Lancer EX Turbo is 13 seconds behind Van Klink and is running 4th. Slotting into 5th, 2 seconds further back, is Jeff Judd in his Escort. Stokes drops back to 6th, having driven the whole stage with no brakes. Irishman Frank Kelly is still trying to get to grips with how best to handle the cambered roads in his Escort, so he sits in 7th.
On 2 left, 60, open hairpin left, don't cut cut. Open hairpin left, don't cut. And late 7, right?
Tony Gosling, absent from the sport for over a year, has struggled to keep on the pace for the first 5 stages, although you wouldn't pick it from this piece of onboard footage. On stage 6, Jones puts in a flyer to take the two-wheel drive class lead by 11 seconds. Taylor, with no spare tyres left, is taking no risks, so drops back to second spot. The front runners in the class are having a major battle. At the end of the morning stages, the top 7 are all within 60 seconds. We catch up with some of them at the end of stage 6, before they head to lunchtime service.
Good morning, Luke. This morning, Anthony?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, no, the stages are good, aren't they? But, you know, there's not much gravel on them and everything, so but a bit slipperier in there, but yeah, no, technical.
We haven't got your mate chasing you at the moment, but how would you describe your morning's work so far, Clingy?
No, it's been all right. We've got the rest of the pack behind us chasing pretty hard. It's pretty difficult out there, eh? Like excessive tyre wear, it's real slippery we're running. So yeah, we're doing the best we can. Actually, we're going pretty hard, but we're going all right. But
Brent, talk us through your morning, mate. How's it been?
Yeah, it's been really good. Obviously, the first stage was very unfortunate for the other guys. But these last 3 stages we've been driving pretty well. Yep. Pretty happy with it.
And grip's been okay?
We've had hards on, as I said to you before, and we don't have the capacity to carry 2, so we had a puncture in the last road stage, so we're down to our last tyres.
How's your tyre life? Because obviously it'll be a bit tougher, presumably, in the second run through this Arvo.
Yeah, we've changed just before the stage. They were buggered, so yeah, a couple of new ones on for in there.
Good on you, mate. Good luck. Robbie, morning loop completed. You happy with your morning's work?
Yeah, we lost brakes in the stage just before this, so we had to just nurse it through. But this one they came back, so we had a good run through there. So yeah, we'll just keep on doing what we're doing, and hopefully it works out.
Gosling is 3rd fastest for the Helena Bay stage, but pays the price when he cuts a corner and bends a steering arm on his Escort.
Tough morning loop, all done, mate. How was it?
Oh, we've been a bit slow this morning and got millions of excuses, but you probably haven't got time for that. We tried to have a go in there and then bent the bloody steering arm. So the steering wheel's been like that for half the stage, but I think we did an okay time, so we obviously went around in the first half.
It turns out to be a more serious problem, and he's forced to retire for the day. In the afternoon stages, it's Van Klink's time to fly. He's fastest on stage 7, Marlow 2, climbing 1 place into 3rd. The Mazda driver also wins the 17-kilometre Tapui 2. And then sets another fastest time on stage 9, moving up into 2nd and closing to within 9 seconds of the two-wheel drive lead. Jones is pushing as hard as he dares to keep Van Klink at bay. But by day's end, his lead has been whittled down to just 2.2 seconds. Herbert holds on to 3rd in his Mitsubishi, even with this spin in front of the spectators at the end of stage 10. Stokes, with his brake issues fixed, has his Fiesta up into 4th place overall. He also leads the FIA two-wheel drive category, with current points leader Mike Sheehan and his Fiesta 49 seconds back in 2nd. Taylor isn't able to repeat his pace in the afternoon, and he falls back to 4th after stage 9. But then there's a big problem on the final run through Helena Bay. He hits a bump, punctures a tyre and breaks a lower suspension arm. The time lost dumps him to last place. The afternoon also sees the retirement of Kelly, his escort going through a fence and into a water trough. Back in the service park, the Irishman's crew is working hard to get him back into the event for Sunday. So at the end of the Saturday stages, Jones holds a 2.2 second lead on Clink with Herbert third. Wayne Pittams has moved up to sixth in his escort, but Sheehan is just 2.1 seconds back in seventh.
The boys have been pushing along quite quickly today, so it's been a great day, it is, and I'm not sure what's happening with stage one at the moment, whether that looks like it could have been canned, so that sort of put us a couple of seconds in front of Clinky, I think, at the moment, but the rest of the boys as well, Bruce and Brent Taylor, and it's been a hot pace all day. It's been great.
Oh, it's been a great battle, Herbie, and everyone at Spass been flat out all day, so no one's given an inch really, so it's been great. It's what it's all about.
Oh, it's an amazing battle, isn't it? There's just seconds between us. It's just huge fun. Yeah. Pity a couple of the guys have fallen out, but it's a great race. It's probably a closer race than what it is up the front. So, a huge amount of fun.
Well, what about tomorrow?
Go hard.
Yeah, fantastic. It's the first time on the Whangarei roads, and it's just, they are so good. Getting the car dancing from Canberra to Canberra it's a lot of fun. I'm loving it. I wish we'd come here 10 years ago and done it. Yeah, loving it.
On the first stage of day 2, Jones increases the gap over Van Klink to 7 seconds, showing how hard he's pushing with this close call with the finish line timing gear.
Anthony had a great day yesterday. Talk us through the start to this one.
Yeah, started off all right. Might have been a bit optimistic on a couple of the notes maybe. I'm not quite sure about the timing gear at the end of the stage. There could be a bit of a problem there.
Okay, we'll see.
We're looking down the side of the car.
On the next test, Van Klink hits back, going 19 seconds quicker and snatching the lead. With another win on stage 13, he builds his lead on Jones to 21 seconds. Herbert continues in third, although he does have a small spin on stage 12. For now, he's happy to hold position and see what happens in front. Judd is having a strong start to his Sunday morning drive. The escort driver takes 4th place off Stokes on stage 12 and increases the gap to 15 seconds on the next test. But Judd's push comes undone on stage 14 Waipu when his escort clouts a bank. After some roadside repairs, he does make it through the stage.
Juddy, obviously some dramas for you in there. Talk us through them.
Yeah, the other side of the car's a wee bit average. Just a little bit fast downhill and into a ditch. Got stuck, done some damage to the front end of the car. Had to stop in the stage and change a left front, so we've lost quite a bit of time. Hopefully we can come back out.
Judd's problems see Stokes back up to 4th, even though he has a spin on stage 14. Pittams moves up to 5th place in his Mark II Escort. Like others, he's had some tyre issues throughout the event, but has gradually increased his pace and is now setting top 5 times. At the end of the afternoon loop, Amy Keeley is heading for 9th overall and 3rd in the FIA two-wheel drive category in her Suzuki Swift. After his earlier troubles, Jeff Judd is happy just to make the finish, 8th overall and winner of the Category 4 Historic Rally Challenge. Dave Strong has struggled through another weekend in his Honda Civic, finishing 7th overall and impatiently awaiting a new car for the rest of the season. Sheehan has loved the Northland roads, finishing 6th overall and increasing his lead in the FIA two-wheel drive category. Up front though, Van Klink wins the event by 32.5 seconds from Jones, with another good finish for Herbert, 3rd. Stokes, 4th, wins his class, and Pittams brings his escort home 5th.
Yeah, it was very hard. It's probably the same Dave on the way back in. It was probably the hardest rally I think I've ever done, with the pressure was on us from the word go, and it's been relentless for the last 2 days. So glad to get here with a win. So yeah, we're over the moon. It's been a great team effort.
I hear you sort of ran out of tyres this afternoon. Is that true?
Yeah, we're always running out of tyres, and they helped fit through though. The tyres were good. The American tyres were going strong today. So I think everyone had tyre wear issues, but it was very slippery out there. And the place is very hot. So. Yeah, very tricky.
Yeah, it was just too good. I suspected that he would be. He'd pull a lot of seconds out of us there, but yeah, we had a good run through the first stage this morning, and we pulled a few out of him actually, but it didn't quite work out in the rest of the day. But it was expected. And then Bruce we've been ticking along there. Craigie, the times have been that close between us all. It's could have been anybody. It's just so close, unbelievable. Great weekend.
And I guess repeated in Canterbury.
Oh, yep, that's the plan. We've got a bit of panel beating to do, but we'll be there.
I had a couple of hairy moments today, but we're within control sort of thing. But yeah, you're always not that far away from disaster, Clinky had us buggered, bet him twice, I think, got within 0.8 on one other stage. But Jonesy and I had a huge battle. I think 4 times we finished on the same second. He'd be up a bit, I'd be up a bit. He's had the weekend overall, but just a great race, And 3 very different cars, they're nowhere near similar at all, and just fantastic race.
Yeah, it's a lot of belief in yourself. You got to push hard, but not too much that lose concentration. That's easy to do on the second day, like a few people did. It was a rally of attrition, this one. It's really hard to get to the finishes, as we have realised in the past few years, and we're just absolutely stoked to be here.
And you've got to have a good co-driver too.
Yeah, and thanks to Amy for getting back in the car after the crash. It was a massive thing for her, and I'm so grateful that she did, because otherwise I don't know if I'd have anyone else.
Kelly hasn't had the weekend he wanted, but after his Saturday crash, he's at least earned some compensation, winning the hella moment of the event.
I didn't realise they had a trophy for the biggest dipstick, but I got it. If they had that for every rally, I'd always get it. No, we had an epic adventure. The stages are not for the faint-hearted. They don't take any prisoners, that's for sure. Fantastic stages, epic. Epic is the only way I can describe them.
That's a wrap-up of the two-wheel drive category at the International Rally of Whangarei. Join us for the next event in the series, the Rally of Canterbury, on June 2.